Hello, welcome back to the Southern Bourbon and Whiskey Talk channel. This is Chris, and today we're going to review a daily drinker of mine, the 1792 small batch. I know I previously mentioned that one of my go-to daily drinkers is Wild Turkey 101, but this 1792 small batch, just like the Wild Turkey, for the price and for the quality you're getting, is an absolutely delicious product. Before we get into the review, I want to thank all my subscribers again. I'm truly humbled and blessed by all the subscribers out there. So if you're watching and you have not subscribed, please do so. Hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate and welcome you to the Southern Bourbon and Whiskey Talk community. I got a little friend here. So Charlie, tell him hello. So this is Charlie, the Southern Bourbon and Whiskey Talk mascot. So she came down here to hang out with me today. So you can sit right there if you want to, buddy. And so like I said, subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. And then if you would, smash that alert button. That way you get notifications of all my new content that I post out there. All right. And then last but not least, like my video and even place a comment. I'd love to hear from you on your opinion on the 1792 small batch. What your daily drinker or drinkers are and why. And also maybe mention any of the other Barton 1792 products that you like. At some point here in the near future, I have a sample that someone had sent me of 1792 foolproof that I will put on the channel. So we'll do that. All right, so let's get started. So before we do the review, I just got back from Tennessee, and I was going to visit my mom. She was in the hospital and got released over Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful and blessed that she's doing better. So if you guys could send up a prayer for her and everything, so. With God's strength, she will continue to do better. So thank you. But, while I was down in Tennessee and on my drive back from Kentucky, I picked up a few bottles. And, you have to. So I just want to kind of show those to you. The first one I picked up was actually at a small liquor store in my hometown in Lexington, Tennessee. Chattanooga whiskey. It's 99 proof. It's the straight malted rye and everything. So I'll do a review on this at some point in the future. There's quite a bit of content out on YouTube from the different whiskey tubers on Chattanooga whiskey products. I don't know how much is out there on this malted rye, but I saw it, and for the price, I paid about $50 for it. I'm like, I want to pick this up and give it a good try and everything. So that's the Chattanooga Whiskey 99 Proof Malted Rye. Now my last one that I'm going to show you, this was actually on, if you watch my video of the bourbons I am hunting for the October-December 2022 period, and this was one of them, and I mentioned I'm not going to get all of them for money for one, but then just hard to find. But I stopped in the Peerless Distillery and I found this. This is the Peerless Double Oak Bourbon, and it's a distillery exclusive, 109.1 proof small batch product. And I talked to these folks down there, and they're very nice people and everything. And they give me a little intel that the bourbon is aged for 7 years, and it goes through a new oak barrel twice, obviously, and it is double oaked. And this was, like I said, on one of my end of year 22 hunt list that I had. So I've got this, and I will call this a win all day long. And I will do a review on it in the near future, just like the Chattanooga Whiskey Malted Rye product. So, all right, with that being said, let's get into the 1792 small batch product. I've had this bottle for probably 8 or 9 months, maybe a little longer, but it is one of my daily sippers and everything. I don't think I have this as much as I do the Wild Turkey 101. Not because I don't like this, it's just because for some reason I just gravitate to the Wild Turkey 101 and everything. So let's talk about the 1792 small batch. So the mash bill on it is 75% corn, 15% rye, and 10% barley. So you wouldn't expect this to be a spicier, heavy rye bourbon like, say, Four Roses is and everything. The actual proof on it is 93.7. So, you know, it's under 100 proof, so it may be a little easier drink for a lot of you, especially if you're newer into bourbon. You know, to me, the Wild Turkey 101, the 101 proof is a good product and everything. But if you want something that's a little easier to get into, the 1792 small batch is where to go. The only drawback to this is it can be a little harder to find depending on where you live. And I know I used to see small batch a lot more frequently than I do today. You can find it here and there. I bought this bottle actually on base, like I said, 8-9 months ago, maybe a little longer. So let's get into this and everything. And I've already poured my shot glass pour into my infinity bottle. So we're going to give this a good try and everything. All right, so the color on it is kind of a light amber caramel. So it's not dark, but it's a light color and everything. So let's swirl it around, get some air into my Glencairn, and give this a sniff on the nose. All right, so definitely sweet, and I get like the caramel, some like ripe berries on it, and even like raisin and everything. So very pleasant on the nose and everything. So I really like it. So let's give this a little taste on the palate here. All right, so right up front you get the sweet. It's more of a light vanilla on the front of the palate, so it's not like more heavy vanilla caramel blend like you get on the nose. So the what comes through on the palate, it lightens up and everything. So I do get like a hint of chocolate raisin there on the palate. For a 93, 94 proof product, the mouthfeel, the coating is actually pretty darn good and everything. And it's normally not something you see with a less than 100 proof product. So it's a good mouthfeel. On the back end, you do get some of the alcohol on it and what have you, which is kind of unusual for a 90 proof or a roundabout bourbon. But it definitely is a smooth drinker and everything. And the price on it, another reason this is a daily drinker for me when I find it, it'll go from anywhere from $27 to $31. All right, yours may be a little different and everything. So it's a very good product. So let me stay hydrated here. So all right, and then take another test of this. So boy, again, that nose is very good. And you know, to be honest, I would say the nose on this is better than the palate on it. So, but the overall experience is really good, especially for the price point. So, So that second sampling, if you would, it was more sweet than to me. And you definitely get the alcohol on the back end. The mouth coating, like I said, it's definitely better than average, especially considering the proof point and what have you. So, you know, my bottom line on this product, if you see it, buy it, especially if you're a new bourbon drinker and want something at a lower proof point, and you want something that's a good frequent sipper, and want to get out of the traditional 80, 86 proof where your lower price point products are, like your Black Label Jack Daniel's Old Number 7 or the Old Forester 86 or the Wild Turkey 86, and you want to step up the game a little bit, this 1792 small batch for the price point will do it for you. And the other thing that I would say about 1792 small batch is if you see this in your liquor store, I would grab one and maybe even grab two if you can. And the reason I say that is with the state of the economy and the actual, just the bourbon community itself, supply and demand, I would not be a bit surprised if this bourbon becomes harder and harder to find. So, and I've already noticed it here in Ohio over the past year, where I used to see small batch pretty often. I'm just not seeing it as much as I used to. So the next time I see one, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna grab one. And you know, I'm almost got a few pours left in this, so I definitely want to have a backup. So go out there and get that 1792 small batch. It's a good price point. It's a little hard to find maybe, but go out there and get it. If it's your first time buying it, you know, give it a try, bring it home, and then you might want to, if you like it, go back out there and get bottle number 2 just to have, because my suspicion is it's going to become harder to find again. All right, with that, good evening to everyone. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm at about 44 subscribers right now, and my goal before the end of the year, and it'd be really nice if y'all could help me out, is to get to around 100 subscribers. That'd be a great way to go into the new year. I got some things on my mind that I'm planning going forward for calendar year 23. And if y'all have suggestions on what you might want to see, put them in the comments. I'd like to hear from you and everything. So with that, friends, cheers, and here's to good health. And whenever you may watch this, good morning or good afternoon.